Hey, it's Nikita Lambert, back with another video. You know how we get down, conversations in the car, real candid, no edits, don't have time for that. But we just hop into everything, mental health, self-care, relationships, narcissism, all of that. And so I wanted to make a video to talk more about my dynamic with my mom and what it was like for me when she died. So for anyone who has not been paying attention, this last week, week or 2 weeks, my follower count on Instagram has exploded from like 2,000 and some change to almost 8,500. And so I've gotten really popular because of a couple of reels that talk about my response when my mom passed away, which was to not really share any words about her at the funeral, and also how I don't have guilt. And so along with that, there's been some backlash. Honestly, I don't see too many of them. Once you start getting a lot of comments, Instagram doesn't show all of them to you, and then I don't go combing through them, only because I'm not interested in seeing all of the negativity. And it hurts my heart because there are so many beautiful validating posts that are there, people pouring out their lives, their hearts, their souls, but I just can't take it. My anxiety can't take the hateration, okay? So anyway, I am aware that there is some backlash though, because, you know, oh my God, that's your mom, and how could you, and you're ungrateful, you're the narcissist, all of that, which is fine, whatever. But it just got me thinking that in those snippets, those reels, which are only between 5 and 15 seconds, the longer one's 30 seconds, I can't possibly tell you everything that there is to say. Even in this video, I'm sure I'm not going to tell you everything. It'll just be a more complete picture. So I thought I would come on and share, because it's a complex issue, right? Like, it's just complex. Of course, anyone dying is sad. Your parent dying is sad. But then when they were abusive to you, emotionally, mentally, all of that, abusive to you, there is some freedom, there is some joy, there is some relief. And that sounds horrible to say to anyone, or for anyone who has not experienced that, but I know that there are thousands of people who understand where I'm coming from, probably tens of thousands, they just haven't come across me yet, who have lived in this oppression and under the reign and the rule of someone who is just so manipulative, so devious, so calculating, that it really is just freeing to get them out of your life. So I wanted to tackle that as a long intro. Anyway, to start off, a lot of people ask, you know, how I went no contact with my mom, or what that was like, how did I deal with her. I was 25 or 26 when my mom died, and at that time I did not have the conviction, the strength, or whatever you want to call it, to go no contact with her. I had started pulling back. I answered the phone less, I reached out less, but I hadn't cut her off completely and gone no contact. So seriously, anybody who has done that, you are my hero. I didn't get there. And then at the end, she was very, very sick, and so she would use that to kind of manipulate my emotions and pull me back in. And it was just very hard to tell what was real, what wasn't real, what was exaggerated. So usually I would just kind of listen out for what my dad or my sister would tell me and gauge my response based on what they would tell me, and I would take that more as truth. Let's see, what else? But yeah, so anybody who's no contact, like, seriously, hats off to you. That takes so much strength. And I know that it's the best way, because I have another narcissist in my life, and I've gone pretty much no contact with that person as well, and I just feel so much freer. I love it. I love it. So when my mom died, a lot. I cried a lot. And anyone who I've had this conversation with, you will know that it's mainly because I was heartbroken that there was no hope of our relationship ever getting better. At that point, I thought I knew that it wasn't ever going to get better. I thought like I had her figured out and I didn't expect anything else from her. But when she died, it's like I didn't realize I had hope until the hope died. And so when that was taken away, book shut, that's the end for real, for real. And it's like, wow, things really never got better. Like, she really never said, I'm sorry. She really never said, I love you. She really, like, never owned up. It just never happened. I really went my whole life, her whole life, without having a mom. So that was hard. And of course people will say, like, try to remember the good things. Everyone has good things. And she did have good things. She was a fantastic cook. She was the life of the party. She was very bold and very brave. She was a very intelligent woman. I think she was very beautiful. But unfortunately, a lot of these good traits and good memories are closely tied to a not so great memory. And so it's tainted, right? I remember something good and then boom, and then right after that she yelled at me. Or then, you know, right after that she embarrassed me and shamed me. Or then she forced me to do this thing that I really didn't want to do because it would reflect well on her. So that's complicated. Oh. Okay. It's saying that my phone is hot. Let me turn the AC on. Try and cool it down. So what else? I mean, I think that's mainly it. All I wanted to say. Oh no, I know what else I wanted to say. That of course I loved my mom. Like, that's almost the whole problem, that I loved her so much. I wanted this loving relationship so bad, but she treated me like crap. And so I know if you've watched the video where I wrote a letter to her, I think I say I hate her at one point, but that's the feeling that you feel when you pour your heart out to someone so much and you make yourself available. Like, as a child, as a preteen, as a teenager, you just lay yourself before this person, make yourself completely vulnerable. Like, just think how vulnerable you have to be in a child's place, and just asking your parent to love you, and not saying like, mommy, will you love me? But, oh, maybe if I clean the house this way. Oh, maybe if I make the coffee without her asking. Oh, maybe if I look beautiful when I get myself ready for prom. Oh, maybe, you know, maybe. And she just keeps theoretically, metaphorically spitting in your face. That hurts. And so up go the walls, right? Like, I'm not going to continue to subject myself to this. So anyway, I know some of my supporters and followers will say I don't owe anyone an explanation, but even for those of you who relate, I do want to let you know that it's okay if your grief is complicated. It's okay to feel guilty. Even still, sometimes I can wonder, like, am I wrong for this? But no, like, I was the victim. You guys are the victim. And, like, I mean, there's just nothing to feel bad for there. If it was physical abuse, hopefully nobody would be, you know, saying anything like this. But just because it was verbal and emotional, which, like, takes such a long time to heal from, like, I don't know. But anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you think anything, if you can relate. And for anyone who's new, thanks for joining the journey, and let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about.